Morning, guys. As with the previous steps on this, I'm going to go through step five, our supporting genres. So if you don't already have that sheet pulled up, the sheet today with the supporting genres on it. So if you need to pause the video, pull that up. I'm going to go over that now. So this is where you create all different types of writing that supports and conveys your research and connects in some way to your longer fiction. So, this is really where you need to be creative. You need to think about what pieces of your research you want to convey and how you can do that using some of these other supporting genres, these things that are not standard writing. It's not an essay, it's not a story, it's different types of writing that you don't do all that very often. So that is what you need to create for this. So you need to create at least two supplemental genres as well as two multimodal genres. Now, those lists can be found in the project overview. So if you scroll down on the assignment document in the project overview, you'll see a list of supplemental writing genres and of multimodal genres. So those are some ideas of what genres you can create. You're not limited to that, however. If you think of something that is not on the list that you think might work, you can do that also or instead. So if there's something I didn't think of, but you think would work, go ahead and try it out. That is encouraged. So the few keys to creating effective supporting genres. First, plan. So think about all four of them together. What different pieces of your research can you convey with each? You did a lot of research. I'm sure you have a lot of thoughts on your topic. All of these genres should convey some of these different ideas that you have. So you want to think of them all together. This whole thing is like an essay. This whole multi-genre project is like an essay. And you can think of these supporting genres as some of your body paragraphs. What do you want to convey through each of those paragraphs? So you can think of each of them as having their own topic sentence. Okay, you can think of each of them as having their own topic sentence. What is each of these genres going to convey? But they do all need to connect, so keep that in mind as well. Just like an essay, right? There's different paragraphs, but they all are on the same thesis, so they all need to connect. Number two, they must look like the genre you are imitating. This is really important. So if you are doing a budget, if you're doing a comic strip, whatever your choice of genre is, you need to make it look as much like that genre as possible. So go online and look up examples of your genre to follow so that you know exactly what a wanted poster looks like, okay? You need to take a look so that you can follow that form. It's about making these genres as authentic as you possibly can. Number three, let your voice come through. This is a research-based project, but you have ideas, you have thoughts on these. You're based off of your research, you have come to conclusions. Also, let your personality come through on this. So that's something I want to see in these supplemental genres, is that it's unique to you, that there's something about your thoughts, your voice, your creativity in each of these. Okay, so try to have your voice come through. Number four, be creative. As it says here, anyone can use a budget to show how the government should spend more money on education. But how could you use a budget to show the effect of internet advertising on innocence? Okay, so simplicity is not valued in this project. Okay, you want to be creative. Think of different ways to use these different genres to convey different ideas. That's really the key. Um, and then that last part there, what's more, once you have figured that out, how can you make the budget intellectually and visually interesting to the reader? So each of these genres needs to be intellectually interesting and visually interesting. So when I am looking through this project, as I go to each genre, I should be like, whoa, right away before I even read it, I should be like, wow, that really is visually appealing. He really made that look like the genre that he was trying to convey. And then as I read the content, I should again go, whoa, it's really interesting. That is what he's trying to convey there is clear, and it's done in a way that maybe I wouldn't have thought of, or that conveys your ideas in a different format. That's what this project is about. It's about conveying ideas in a different format. It's not the standard essay. It is using genres, using different forms of writing to bring your ideas through. It's not an essay. It's not a story. You have to use these in different ways. That's what this is all about. And then last, and this is the most difficult because I don't really know how to help you with it. I'm counting on you to figure this out. Is keep your presentation in mind. So eventually, at the end of this, in just a couple weeks now, you're going to have to present this all to me in some digital format. So as you're creating each of these genres, you have to keep that in mind. How am I going to get this to Mr. Moretta in a digital form? So again, under project overview, if you read through there's some ideas for some programs at the very end that you might want to use. You can use Google Docs. You can use slides or PowerPoint, or I'm sure there are a lot of different ways to present these things, but all of them have to be presented together in one form. So whether that's a presentation, a video, a PowerPoint, there's some newspaper creators and presentation creators that you can use, but how are you going to get it to me? Make sure that you can get it all together into one presentation that you can then email to me or share with me on the web. Okay. I miss you guys. I hope that you are all still doing well. Keep up with your journals. Make sure you're getting your books for the final. That is important, really, really important, so that you can complete your final. If you have any questions about this, please do email me. Come and join my Zoom office hour, or we can set up a meeting individually to go over any questions that you have. Thanks.